to hang tight here for just a couple minutes, working on some technical difficulties. If you have not gotten a lot information sheet, they're set up here on the stool on the back side of the block.
Consigners, bring your cards up with your lot information to the table as you bring your lots in, please. Consigners, please begin bringing your lots up here. We will start with Jackpot Genetics in the front corner of the barn. At Maxwell's request, please, consigners, share the preview on your Facebook pages. Jackpot Genetics first in here, lot 22 and 23. Your notches are 14-2 and 14-5. I believe lot 22 is going to be 14-2. 23 is going to be 14-5. Pedigree reads, Money's On, Believe in Me. These two have the same mother as the Reserve Grand Overall Guild at the Illinois State Fair in 2023. That Money's On, Believe in Me, Sal. Mate bores are on both sides of this pedigree.
Nice pair to start our preview off here with. I haven't had a chance to go through them yet, but I know Isaac has, and this will be my first look at them when we come through. But nice to see a pair of mates come in, and from a buyer standpoint, I would think that'd give you even more confidence when you see a pair of them so similar and stout, rugged made type of deals that can get out and go. Look like they have all the extras that you can put into them and will handle a feed bucket well. But I'd say there's a nice pair of belted hogs by the end of the day are going to rank towards the top of this list, but excellent pair to start off with.
Yeah, and I asked Max at the start of this, I said, hey, are you sure you want to start with the Jackpot Pigs? Because these are probably a pair that you need to make sure the crowd's here. And if we showed them at the end, I promise you guys sitting ringside, these are two of the highlights in this group, and two that I've got high on my list. We got them out last night and just talking parts and pieces. I mean, like B.A. said, those are two mates that look like litter mates, and definitely two that I've got high on my list in this grouping. That is Jackpot Genetics, lot number 22 and 23. Lot 22 is going to be the -2. Next in is Smith Farms with lot number 60, 10-6, Berkshire Male. Pedigree reads, Otter's Pocket, Keep Walking. Keynote here from Andy, above average show swine.
I'd say he's learning. That an awfully nice Berkshire hog from a program. When you think about the number of winners they've kicked out and generated that have been so successful, and man, they've been on top of their game in this Berkshire and Poland deal. He brought you a Berkshire hog today that if you're serious about playing a breed show, I'd say there's one that's fundamental, very, very correct, extremely good, proportions very nice. I think Smitty's sitting with the good one, and very nice pig from the Smith family.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to see this one at Andy's house there a couple weeks ago, and knew he's had this one set back there for quite a while. To go ahead and bring, there's a nice group of Berkshire males here, and we didn't get the chance to jump this one up last night. He came in A little later this morning, obviously, Smitty's got his farm sale this weekend as well. So while you're in the area after the day, run over there and check their stuff out. I know they've got their grouping, but I thought this hog looked like the right kind of feeding-wise. It honestly looks like his pedigree. Got that exotic otter's pocket look, and I think that mommy's been a mainstay there at the Smith family's place there for a while. Once again, this is Smith Farms, lot number 60, Berkshire Male. Somewhere right here is where it's doing it. Gratter Showpigs coming in next. Lot number 10. This is a Chester Gilt WD-40 Boomtown. Mother is a litter mate to the Schliff family's Grand Overall Chester at the Illinois State Fair in 2023. WD-40 Boomtown from Gratter Showpigs.
Many of you remember that Schliff bear last year, an extremely good hog. Here's a Chester Gilt that hasn't figured out she wants to be a show pig yet, but I promise you, with times, there's certain programs that you can go through here and know that, okay, whenever they pop out, they're going to bring you a good one of a particular breed. And I think Adam has proved that time and again, that there's a Chester hog there that's going to have plenty of upside, plenty of future. Get her home and get that thing comfortable. She's got a little stage fright today, but no reason to doubt what WD-40s did. And then I'm sure if that sister looked halfway as good as that bear did last year, then pretty impressive. Made him really attractive, good on her feet and legs. Nice Chester Gilt.
Yeah, this one's pinned next to us over there in the corner of the barn, and I told Max last night, I said, this is one of those that's going to be a highlight in the sale, and just because she's not cooperating out here, she's going to be pretty high in the sale order. I thought this was one of the better purebred hogs in the barn last night, even just coming in. This thing hadn't even filled up yet, and one of them that'll hit you real hard. Obviously, Grattert needs no introduction to success in this breed, and one of them, I think, make sure you go look this one up back at the barn, because I tell you, in their pen, in the aisle, that hog's skeleton and feature, I think, is very unique in this breed. One of the really good purebred highlights offered. Lot 10 from Grattert, Chester Gilt, WD-40 Boomtown. This is a trio of entries I brought with the initiative with Blades Farms, partnership sows we've got here, and I know the hogs are a little bigger. I've been a little busy and haven't had the chance to probably get these things sold, but had them set back for the event. The one that Garrett's on, the two 18-litter pigs, those are going to be out of breds or baby pig purchase from Canal last year that I believe brought 8,500 that Blades would have bought and shown. They would be mutant, play it cool, lock it up. The 1-litter pig is going to be a to the extreme, never before. That one's grandmother is also the mother of Wide Awake at PBG. That would have been a bred purchase from Stauffer that would have been the high seller in their bred sale this fall. So partnership pigs that I own with Blades, putting a few sows together with them and kind of coming out of retirement here a little bit.
Well, Isaac's had the chance to see a bunch of them here this spring, and I'm sure he wouldn't bring this trio out and present them to you if he didn't have great confidence in them. If you're one of those and you've got kids that like to hit that jackpot circuit and get out and show early and show often, look at these bigger hogs that have some opportunity. You all know how these crossers grow or don't grow in your particular program, how you want to handle them, but there's some differences in here, but quality in all three of those deals. Three very nice belted cross hogs that Isaac brought.
These are going to be Look Livestock, our fearless leaders entries. Lots 33, 34, and 35. 33, I believe, is going to be the bigger gilt, correct, Maxwell? 33 is going to be the bigger gilt in the ring. That is 19-8 Poland gilt. Johnny Cash, Dazed and Confused. Mother was the 5th overall Poland gilt at the 2021 CPS and Reserve Points Poland on the ICPA. This one's mother would have raised Goodson's Class 1 winning gilt at the Illinois State Fair in 2023. Lots 34 and 35. 34 is going to be the Dash 1 male. 35 is going to be the Dash 4 gilt. Pedigree reads Hundy, Run It Back, Petunia. Mother is a litter mate to BA or the Anderson families, High Point, Poland on the ICPA in the year 2022. The bigger gilt is going to be lot 33. The male pig is 34, and the more moderate gilt is going to be lot number 35.
Well, certainly a nice trio that Max brought there, and we've been fortunate the last couple of years. Lily showed a couple of gilts from Max and have gotten along very well. That 33 gilt, I saw that one's picture on the way in here this morning that Max had photoed and listed up on that deal, or Isaac did. If that one doesn't look like a Poland female, I don't know what does. It's hard to find them in that particular breed, that good looking, that extended out in front of their blade, extremely flexible, loose made, soft middle to that particular female. Other pairs, certainly a little more muscle and power. No question that Hundy boar's been a popular one out there. There's another Baron and Gilt there that are mates in that deal that probably need to be looked at. But an interesting trio, and again, different kinds, different types. You know what you got to buy and feed for. But a very successful program. But I promise you that 33 Poland Gilt's going to be high on a lot of lists.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. That 33 to me looks like your foundation female kind. If you like them a little clubbier, you're probably going to take the more moderate stout one. That 33 skeleton and silhouette, though, I think is very memorable. I think this male pig's nice. It looks like he's got a long feeding window, kind of knowing how Max's male pigs will grow. That looks like a real good kind of state fair heavyweight to me that's going to be real stout and burly. It's a real good trio from Buddy Max. McGrew is in the ring now. McGrew, 43 and 44. 43 is going to be the Dash 7 male. 44 is the Dash 8 male. These are litter mates. Sneak peek. Timing's right. Mother would be Happy Hour's mother as well. Litter mate. Sorry. Litter mate.
Once again, like we talked about the pair of crossbred hogs, the jackpots earlier, anytime you see a pair of mates come out or a litter of hogs that are consistent, uniform, similar to high quality, from a buyer standpoint, that's got to give you more confidence. I had the chance to go through this firm's set of hogs a year ago. First time I'd been there and saw that many landrace hogs stacked in there that were that good. The winning record here behind this pedigree and firm is second to none. The job they do and the commitment they do to landrace hogs. If you want to win that landrace breed and be competitive and then maybe have a chance in the long run too, probably better be looking in here. Right size, right pedigree, right firm, excellent pair of landrace bears.
Yeah, I had to do a double take last night when we popped these up. This lot 44 is a stud, and I think one of them that looks like he's going to be ready to go as early as tomorrow. But that thing's feeding window looks like one of them really, really good July pigs. And if you're looking to go to NJSS, I would say that hog there needs to be on your short list. I thought that hog's skeleton was so unique for this breed and just his natural posture. Thing's got a groovy hind leg and a neat look. That other one looks like he's going to feed for a while. It looks like one of those you can run clear to Illinois to State Fair and get there with that kind of feeding feature and just length the body. That's a real good pair to start off with for McGrew. McGrew's next two entries, and we're showing these in no particular order as far as lot numbers go. Your belted hog's going to be lot number 42. That's 22-6 crossbred boar. Lot 42, Mother raised the champion bear at the Henderson County Fair in 2023 and a class-winning barrow at the Illinois State Fair. That is lot 42. Your landrace gilt is going to be 41. That's 19-2. Mother is Casey, their champion gilt at Kansas City a couple years ago that raised the champion landrace boar in Denver in 2023. That is also the mother of On Track and Real McCoy Genetics. That's lot 41 is going to be the landrace gilt. Lot 42 is going to be the crossbred boar from McGrew. The crossbred male's pedigree reads Buckle Up, Lock It Up.
Well, landrace female again, looks like a bigger, bloomier version of what we saw earlier, but man, does that thing look like she's got lady written all over. Tremendous rib and body and squareness. Love her extension, hip and hind leg that can go. That's a good design, good pattern, good skeleton, one that's still got plenty to her. And again, if you're looking for a purebred female, again, like Isaac talked about, your national summer shows, jackpot series, state fair, you better tie him. It's always hard to study a pure and a cross in the ring at the same time, and yet as you bring in this crossbred barra here that's smaller and younger, do not let that deter you, because that 42 barra, and I know they don't have a bunch of crossbred sows, but if you just watch over the last few years when they kick a crossbred set out and sell them, they get along really good, and the success is extremely high. If you like them immature, small, greeny, and green, that get better every day, 42 better be on your target list pretty quick. Again, like Isaac's talking about feeding windows, I think that one could go for a long time. Extremely high quality, excellent set of hogs that McGrew's brought in.
Yeah, and Jonas, I'm not going to sell your landrace because that one's going to sell itself. You need no introduction to that side. I do want to talk about this male pig, though, and BA had talked about, they don't have a lot of crossbred sows. I will tell you guys ringside, one of the best barras that was shown at the Indiana State Fair last year just happened to be from the McGrew family, and when that hog hit the ring there, that's one of those deals where everybody got real quiet. People got real nervous, and that was one of the very, very popular hogs that showed at our state fair. I was interested, texted him last night to see what his sale order would be because I thought the big landrace barrow was so nice, but these two here, two of the really good hogs represented, and I was kind of interested to see how they were going to do it. He did elect to want to use his landrace first, obviously probably a little of heart there, but man, this crossbred pig's a stud and looks like he's going to go for quite a while. Schulte is in the ring now with a pair of littermate spotted males. Dash 1 is going to be lot 58. That is the bigger pig. And I believe we're going to sell these out of order. So I think 59 is going to be his first round pig. 58 will be his second round pig. The smaller one is going to be 59. Some key notes here. Pedigree reads, lace 'em up, crossover, noise complaint. Mother is from Kendall Whittington. Unique for the spotted breed, and has produced a popular boar sold to Moudies at the 2023 Fall Classic. Same litter as the champion spot barra at the 2023 Mid-American Stock Show. There's two keeper gilts they've kept back out of this litter, and he says this is the best litter of spotted hogs that they have produced to date.
It's a pretty strong statement considering the summer that he had last year with a spotted barra that was reserved at the Illinois State Fair. Extremely high quality. That barra won the Illinois circuit too. Doesn't have a bunch of these spotted females running around there, but Kyle's doing a very nice job. He knows what he wants to do and how he wants his program to read. And there's a pair of, again, litter mates that you ought to buy with high confidence from a firm that's doing a tremendous job. He's putting these spots together right. That Whittington sow on the bottom side, if you've watched that Oklahoma Southwest circuit, Kendall's got along extremely good in that spotted deal. Doing a nice job putting these things together the way he likes them, both different in terms of their kind, but an excellent feeding pair of spotted barras out of the Kyle brought.
Yeah, I thought this little one was a stud last night when we got him up, and I don't want to take anything away from the big one. That looks like one of them dummy-proof ones, and if you just want a piece of livestock you can walk in, throw feed to, and walk away, that bigger bear is going to be very low input for whoever may end up with him because his balance and build's so good, and he's got such a good kind of feeding shape. I think this little one's got a high ceiling, and if you're looking for one to work into the front side of your state fair set or go ahead and feed him into July, I think that one's one of them real unique ones, and these lace 'em up pigs have been real good everywhere. That hog fits the mold of them real good ones I've seen out just in terms of their presence, their proportions, their boxiness, and obviously come from a great guy and a great firm. This guy cares about this breed, these people, honestly, this industry in general. Kyle's a great guy to work with, and if you don't know him, I suggest you go to the back and talk to him for a little bit. He loves this pair, and I thought they were really nice when we got him up last night. Livermore Swine Farms is in the ring with lot number 23. No, that is wrong. 31 and 32. 31 is going to be the crossbred gilt. Her pedigree reads Buckle Up, Major League Dirty Secret. 32 is going to be the crossbred male, Wide Awake, Bow Before Me, Undisputed. Some keynotes as I read through them here from Livermore. 2-liter calico gilt. Mother was a gilt out on lease in Minnesota under the direction of the Hansen family. The mother would be a mate sister to the boar they sold to Southern Gold in the summer of 2023 through the NSR draft sale known as Major Secret. The mother of the twos ended her very successful show career as the grand overall breeding gilt at the Minnesota Youth Expo in 2023. The 21-liter boar pig, a mother of the 21s, would be a granddaughter of the Farnham Hilty sow and Old Faithful. In recent times, she would have raised Maya Holderly's many-time champion crossbred gilt in Indiana, who ended her career as the 5th overall crossbred gilt at the Indiana State Fair Junior Show and now stands in production at Danner Livestock. I will say that Holderly gilt last year was one of those, at Indiana I talked about McGrew's crossbred pig at Indy. That crossbred gilt of Livermore's is one of those, people were chasing that one out of the ring, trying to get her purchased. And one of them real unique ones that brought a lot of money as a baby pig and just continued to keep on coming. And that thing was a stud there at Indiana, I thought, and one of them really memorable ones that would have shown they got a piece of the top 5.
Well, you look at the pair of them here. Little gilt there is one that, again, offer you some variety in terms of color, but extremely good in terms of her presence and squareness. Extremely big-footed and stout feature. That thing's got lots of good. That boar pig is very, very intriguing in terms of one that's so fundamental, so square, so correct. Barra Boar option, you got a tremendous pedigree, track record in behind that one, and a firm that does it extremely well at a very high level. Takes a lot of pride in these crossbred hogs and what they put together and put a lot of time and thought into putting those pedigrees together. That's a really neat pair of crossbred hogs that Livermore's brought for you today.
Livermore's next 2 entries in the ring, a pair of spotted gilts. The Dash 5 is going to be lot 29. Dash 6 is going to be lot 30. Littermate Sisters, Big Daddy, Keep Dreamin', Dream Big. Some keynotes here from Jennifer on these. 1-liter spots. Mother would have originated from Armstrong's as a baby pig. She'd be the mother of the $16,000 gilt. They sold at Chosen Ones last year, Volume 1 to the Moore family of Oklahoma. That particular gilt captured a picture at the backdrop more than once. fourth overall spot gilt, fourth overall Division II spot gilt at Expo in 23, the third overall spot gilt at Summer Type, the champion spot gilt at the CPS Open Show, and champion breeding gilt at the 2023 EYO early in the fall. I do remember that gilt last year that brought 16,000 at Chosen Ones. I got a follower. She was out of a board there at the house, and these are bred very similarly. So that gilt last year would have been a mattress pad out of this sow. These would be Big Daddies out of that sow. Big Daddy is a mattress pad son. So call them three-quarter sibs of the gilt last year that found a lot of success. I got to watch that gilt show multiple times. One of the really good spotted hogs that showed last year.
Once again, you come in here and you're trying to compare them to the crossbreds that they brought right in front of you. You're not giving these things credit. These purebred hogs can't be as swing for the fence extreme in terms of their pieces at an early age to keep things right. And you watch this particular breed, I think, as much as any. If you don't buy these things a little greener, a little skinnier, really fundamental from a feet and leg standpoint, then you're already behind the eight ball later on trying to fix problems. And these two things aren't messed up. I mean, those two gilts have tremendous extension, length of body. I think Isaac talked about earlier, a feeder's dream, one that not really you can mess up. Throw this thing on full feed, watch this pair of gilts get better every day. They are the feeding kind that have tremendous futures to them. Certainly a nice pair there.
Taylor Made is in the ring now. Lot number 61. This is going to be a 19-7 Chester gilt. Burnham, Mainstream. So Mother would be a litter mate to the Anderson family's Barra that would have won his class at the Illinois State Fair last year.
So Andy just gave us some tips on that one. They don't have a lot of Chesters, but that was an extremely good litter of Chester hogs that the Smith crew had put together. And this would be the mother, this one would be a mate. That Barra got along really well. He was a little later coming, but made much like this thing. I saw this one's picture again rolling in here this morning. Now she's finally getting out and strolling, but look at that one in terms of the extra boldness and shape and dimension, squareness. And for that kind of power, still handles things well. It's easy to get too much muscle wrapped in these things and mess the skeleton up pretty quick. But when you've got that kind of power, that kind of boldness, that kind of shape, and still maintain that kind of look, you've just had a pair of these Chester gilts to look at today, but you're going to have fun kind of sorting between them in terms of what's going to work for your program. That's a nice Chester gilt.
Taylor Made's next two entries coming in now. Lot number 62 is going to be your Blue Barra. This is the lone Blue Barra in this sale, and I know I've had a lot of people ask, where's the blue, where's the blue? He didn't come in last night. I was excited to see him, and he's the first one I ran up and looked at when I got here this morning. That's a real good Blue Barra if you're looking for one for State Fair. 63 is going to be your red male. Pedigree reads Step Aside. Next up from Taylor Made.
I like it when Taylor comes up and brings this set, didn't bring any cards, lets them talk for themselves, and man, these things speak for themselves. We've got a Blue Baron, again, you like cross enthusiast, probably better study in there, one that's extremely big-footed and bold and stout in terms of his feature. Red male, they've gotten along extremely good. Looks like he was just recently cut, I believe, Taylor, is that correct? Healing up, got a little swelling back here. I'm sure he'll be just fine, but there's another pair of male hogs there that you probably better tie into and study. Look at a very competitive pair.
And don't forget, if you're major hunting, we got the majors are offering light cross divisions. So if you're going to the NJSS in Louisville, this Blue Hog will find his own division. He will be able to show his light cross You'll be able to get your own place with him. Like I said, I think a very good pair. I'd missed out on the pedigree on the Blue Pig when he had came in. His pedigree reads, Burn Ban Easy Does It. Burn Ban Easy Does It is lot 62 from TaylorMade. Lot 63 is going to be your red pig. Tedro in the ring. Tedro. Lot number 64 is going to be your Spotted Gilt Commander Corona. Lot 65 is going to be the Spotted Male. That is a littermate to the Gilt. Commander on the top side, which sired Isabel Doherty's champion spot gilt at the Wisconsin State Fair in 2023 for the Tedro family. Back on a very productive sow they bought as a bred from the Trent Luce. A combination of show genetics and productivity. Tedro Genetics. Livestock. Tedro Livestock.
Pretty cool pair. I think she's doing a better job of getting hers presented than what you are, though. But a neat pair of litter mates again. Again, study the look and fundamentals, extension, completeness. A spotted female that looks like a lady and so fundamental and correct. I would say get in on that thing with a ton of confidence. A litter mate barrow there, a little more back shape, turned up extremely good. Plenty of dimension, got some go and grow in them. An excellent pair of spotted hogs there from a young man that believes in this spotted breed and the CPS program. So congratulations on an excellent pair there.
Thompson is in the ring with lot number 66 and 67. 66 is going to be the male. Pedigree reads, Dig Deep, Top Shelf. These are litter mates. Some keynotes here. Mother was a bred purchase from Tibbetts. Mother of the 2-litter champion Berkshire Gilt at the Wisconsin State Fair in 2023. Grandmother raised 22 and 23 champion Berkshire Gilt at the Wisconsin State Fair. I thought this Berkshire Barrow was a stud last night when we got him up. Things got big hair and a neat look. That hog there needs to be on your guys' short list if you're shopping for one to play at any point in time. Honestly, that one looks like the kind you're going to be able to giddy up and get on at the feed bucket. Got some really wild intangibles, I think, for this breed, and I thought that was a real key highlight here in the purebreds offered at the sale.
Man, if every bred purchase worked like this, I'd say I'd buy one every summer because there's an excellent pair. I don't think there's a lot that needs to be said. We'll just find out who's studying hogs and finds the good ones because I agree with Isaac. That barrow is tremendously good, and littermate gilt there is tremendously good also and very attractive. But I guess we'll find out at the end of the day who's really studying hogs because there's a Berkshire barrow that can play.
Made a little spot in my sale order last night when Shipper didn't show up last night. I knew he had the pair set back, and I told Max, I said, they're not here yet. I said, but I promise you they're going to be two of the better pures you're going to have run through your sale. They come in this morning. They haven't been unloaded very long, and I'd say it didn't take them long to fill back up. Shippert, Show Schwein, lot 50 and 51. 50 is going to be your red male home improvement backfire. 51 is going to be the red gilt apparatus up the limits. And talking the male pig in particular, actually got the opportunity to purchase the sire of this one that was sitting at Jordan's house. And as I got to see this first crop of home improvement pigs, I told him, I said, hey, we got to get a deal done, and we got to get that boar moved back east. And I mean, he is stamping them as dense, short-bodied, and just as heavy structured as I've seen Pedigree-wise on that one, that's a second parity sow whose first litter had the third place bear at Fort Worth, second place bear at San Antonio out of a gilt that won 5 jackpots in Texas. Home Improvement shares the same dam as the champion red bear at San Antonio in the year 2023. Your red gilt, the dam is the successful Lotion gilt from 2023 that was many time top 5 on the Illinois jackpots. Apparatus puts their foundation cheap money sow in that pedigree 4 different times. So if you're looking for a foundation female, a show gilt, whatever you need, that red gilt's one that needs to be studied awfully hard. What a good pair offered from Shipper.
Predictability, if you didn't get that out of that deal. January Pures, and again, Jordan and the program that they're doing with the Reds there is tremendously fun to watch. He's got pride in this thing. He works extremely hard, pours his heart into it. Stephanie works harder than Jordan, but either way, it makes a nice combo in a pair. But that is a really elite pair of red ones. Just study the look and skull and head carriage of that gilt. Feet and legs, fundamentals, structure in that red bear is second to none. But like Isaac said, there's a neat pair of Pures that need to work their way up pretty high.
Schmidgall, Showpigs, is in the ring. He's got a whole herd of them to show you today. This is a trio of littermate Hampshires. Going to be 5, 1, 3, and 6. The gilt is going to be lot number 55. 56 is going to be dash 3, and 57 is going to be dash 6. Pedigree reads Freelancer, Lion's Den. Date of birth, January 14th, 2024 at 4:27 p.m. Mother won her class at the Illinois State Fair in 2023. That mother was sold at the draft last year. Mother's littermate brother won his class at the Illinois State Fair as well in the junior and the open show. That pig was also purchased here at the draft. Dam and 3 littermates were shown. Were champion Hampshire 10 plus times in 23. Grand Dam is a littermate to the champion Hampshire bear at the 2021 CPS at the Recovery. This is Schmidgall, Showpig's first 3 entries, a trio of littermate Hampshires.
So you've got exact time and date when they were fair, and he probably ear-notched them as they came out, put them in the same order that they were born, if I was guessing. But a nice trio of Hamps, and we haven't seen many. I don't know how many we'll have in this deal. A breed, again, that a little harder to put together and construct, and maybe even harder to feed and get going. But, man, when you hit the right one and a Hampshire gilt in there and a pair of small bears there that, again, look to me like they are perfect and ideal for State Fair, probably better study in here if you're on the search for a Hampshire hog. You know how expensive and pricey those things can get. Probably better not look too far.
This was the first trio. I got to jump up last night when I walked in. One of them deals got to talking to Schmidgall just about what he had. Guys, I'm serious. If you're looking for a State Fair Hampshire pig that's going to play as hard as any of them, I would look in real quick on this trio. He actually says these are the 3 skinny ones in the litter, and I kind of like that because it doesn't look like you're going to have to get too cute feeding them. They got the right kind of feature and build about them. Man, this litter here, Hampshires with that kind of consistency and quality. Your littermate males are a little different, and I was actually kind of discussing them with Garrett last night and what we saw in them. If you like them a little denser made, you've got to pick there with the one that's on the stick. If you like them a little more exotic, that other one's probably going to be your fit. But, man, a very good trio from Schmidgall to start out with. Another card. Awesome. Bringing both of them in together. There's 3 more. Okay. Schmidgall's next 3 entries had to bring the trailer in for the group. Schmidgall Showpigs, lot 52. Pedigree is going to be Hangman, Tricked Out, Mother was a $6,000 bred purchase from True Genetics. That's lot 52, crossbred gilt. Lot 53 and 54, Yorkshire Barrows. Renovate Jasper Dam was lot 1 bred sow purchase from Sanders Showpigs. My favorite part about this trio, you look at the programs represented. This True deal, obviously, guys, if you don't follow True Genetics and what they're doing right now from a foundation female standpoint, if you're looking to add one back in to the herd or even just try and win some jackpots, I would tell you that crossbred gilt is going to need to be looked at very, very hard. The Yorkshire males, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to what DJ Sanders has been selling them for. It is a lot of money, and that one represents their program, obviously bought as a bred. Schmidgel is invested into some of the very best and most elite programs in the country. This trio is going to represent the time and money they've invested here the last couple years.
Echo the same sentiments there. The pedigree gets you extremely intrigued on the crossbred gilt there, and then where she came from and originated, and another bred purchase that we talked about earlier on the Berkshire program. I'd say worked pretty good, but a gentleman here that takes tremendous pride in putting together crosses, but works extremely hard in his purebred deal. And I know that at times he gets a little frustrated, but looks to me like he's swinging for the fence and hitting big things with the Yorkshire pair there. There's another pair of purebred Barrows and a crossbred gilt. Again, you probably ought to hop them up and take a gander. Nice trio, Nate.
The Jess Hawk is coming in the ring now. Hawk is in the ring. Lot number 15 and 16, your crossbred male is going to be lot 15. Lot 16 is going to be the crossbred gilt. The male's pedigree reads buckle up, never before. Keynote on lot 15. Mother is the grandmother of the 12th overall dark cross gilt at OYE in 2023. That would also be the reserve grand cross bearer, a litter out of the same sow as the reserve grand crossbred bearer at the South Dakota State Fair in 2023. Lot 16 crossbred gilt, past the hat, next to nothing. Mother was reserve overall gilt at the Iowa Showdown, shown by the Paulson family. I got the opportunity to see these last weekend, ran up to Jess's place and looked at some stuff, got a little boar pig bought out of there and a little Berkshire. I thought this pair he had set back were exceptionally good and matched the same quality of the hogs they had there in their online sale this past week on SC, and I thought the male pig in particular hit me awfully hard, and if you want one of those, you can get out and show early. These two hogs are going to be ready, week 1 jackpots here in Illinois or wherever you want to go with them. Honestly, I think the male hog's got boar hog quality and boar hog feature about him. That's a very good pair offered from Hawks.
Show early and show often. So many times in this crossbred circle, feet and legs end up condemning you and allow you to have to market those things a little quicker than what you'd like. Look at these things up on their pasterns, good toes, elevated, tremendous look and extension. Max was pretty high on this set. As I've talked to him the last couple weeks getting ready, he knew he had a pair of hammers coming from here. Been waiting to see this pair, and I think they follow up everything I've heard. Tremendous pair to the Hawk family. Congrats.
Hog Run is in the ring with lot number 17 and 18, a pair of Tamworth males. 17 is going to be your -3. Pedigree reads Petting Zoo, Build Back Better. Keynote on lot 17. Lots of keynotes on lot 17. Mother is Belle. The Timmy sow is the matriarch of their Tamworth program. Belle herself was shown last summer by Hannah Miller. She was the multi-time champion on the ICPA and champion Tamworth gilt points on the ICPA. She ended her show career being 5th overall Tamworth gilt at the exposition. That is lot 17, Petting Zoo, Build Back Better. Keynote on lot 18. Pedigree reads, that much better. The world record-selling Tamworth boar from CPS last year, build back better. That is a very line-bred pedigree. Dam is Tootsie, build back better Timmy. Dam is a litter mate to the dam of Lot 17. That much better, build back better. Lot 18 from Hog Run, Showstock.
Really neat pair of tams there. That 17, I remember seeing that that gilt that Hannah showed last summer. Tremendously good. That thing's ready to go right now. That darker colored bear in terms of his squareness and dimension, not typical maybe of what we see in the Tamworth world every day. That thing's got a big back rolled up in him, tremendously big hip. The little lighter colored one, give that one time. Get some skin hair, darken that thing up. Man, that thing's future is absolutely impeccable. If you're not a fan of this deal, you probably better rethink it, because they brought you a pair of Tamworth bears here that can absolutely play hardball.
Crestview is in the ring. They will sell these both in the first round as choice lot. That is a note I wanted to make. They will be 25 A and B. We will run them in as choice. Lot number 3 is the Berkshire Gilt. Pedigree reads, shots fired, Gladiator. Keynotes. Dam is a mate to the champion Berkshire Gilt at the Illinois State Fair, shown by Lane Byers in 2022. The Reserve Berkshire Barrow at the Illinois State Fair in 2022, shown by Taylor Rhodes. That is also a litter mate to the 5th overall Market Hog at the Tennessee State Fair, shown by MC Shirley. They hand-pulled 24-3 before their online sale last Thursday. They averaged 2,000 a round on the litter mates. Levi thought this was the best one and had set back for good friend Maxwell for the draft. The littermate Sal raised their draft entry Berkshire Gilt last year that was the champion at the Illinois State Fair. Those are keynotes on the Berkshire Gilt. Lot 4, the Yorkshire Gilt, Tycoon Lydia. Lydia is a heartthrob all-in. Mother was purchased from McGrew and a littermate Barra that was grand overall at Livingston County. In Lydia's last litter, she raised the grand overall at Stevens County in Oklahoma. This will be the only Yorkshire Gilt offered out of this litter this spring, a pair that Crestview set back specifically for the draft.
Unique opportunity, I'd say, that they provided for you here, and all I got to say is if you're interested here, you probably better get in early, and good luck picking which one has the brightest future down the road. I think that is a really neat pair of purebred hogs that are my speed at this stage in terms of made right and can handle things, have the look, have the presence. Extremely fundamental from a feet and leg standpoint. Kind of like you expect every time Bryce brings one out or whatever they bring to sales, you know they're going to be pretty fundamental and predictable. I'd say he did the same thing once again.
Basic Farms in the ring, hailing from Michigan. In the ring, lot number 39 and 40. Littermate crossbreds. The male pig is going to be lot number 39. Pedigree reads, buckle up, Saved by Grace, Dirty Secret. The Gilt is lot 40 and is 8-7. Some keynotes from Lane. Mother is a bred purchase from S&K off of the Legends and Dreamers sale. Grandam raised the 11th overall crossbred at the Arizona National in 5th in Division at Perry, Georgia in 2023. I'll let you talk about them. I like them. We got them up last night, and these are two of the highlights in the entire offering.
They're probably not done getting up. That's a really interesting pair. You just thumb down through this deal, and if that pedigree doesn't get you excited real quick with those three boars back in it and make you think, okay, I got to go find this pair, and then when they get up, they follow up on everything that you predicted or thought they might be. And both a little different, but yet extremely good, extremely high quality. That bear is just a freak in terms of boldness and look and dimension and feature to him. And then that gilt has such a tremendous presence to her. I love that thing when she gets out and he gets her rolling, her head and neck where it comes out of the top of her shoulder, extremely good. That kind of presence, that kind of look and elegance, and that kind of power package, you probably better study this pair. I bet they get up a few more times today.
Kirkpatrick Livestock from Ohio is in next. Lot numbers 24 and 25. Pair of littermates that's pedigree reads, quite frankly, provoked Dirty Secret. The crossbred gilt is going to be 24. The crossbred male will be 25. The mother of the 91s is a bred sow purchase out of the Went family's dispersal sale. She originated from Heimer, Hampshires. This is Kirkpatrick Livestock from Ohio.
I'd say he made the long haul for a reason and a purpose. He wanted to bring a tremendous pair to you, and again, read down that paper, and again, a pedigree that's just stand out. Lots of home runs in that pedigree, and yet you bring in another pair of mates, and I've talked about this a number of times today. I just think it ought to give you guys more confidence, and as you start to set in here and buy, if these breeders can bring them and put them together and have litters that look the same, it gives you so much more confidence. That's another pair. We followed in here with two sets of these black crossbred hogs that probably going to get up a lot of times, but very nice look. I think is worth the haul. Congratulations, Trevor. Good set.
Lane Showpigs from Iowa. Lot number 26, 27, and 28. Lot 26 is the Berkshire Gilt. Her pedigree reads straight up gangster, rock and roll. Lot 27 is going to be the Berkshire Male. His pedigree reads wake up, explicit. Lot 28 crossbred gilt. Pedigree reads Stranger Things, family ties. Keynote on the crossbred gilt. That is out of a High Point bred purchase from Lane Showpigs.
A neat trio here, and the Burks certainly need no introduction in terms of what this firm's been able to do in that circle, and they brought you a bear and a gilt here to kind of select from. They brought them to be competitive, and I promise you they will be competitive. Firm outfit and a program that does a tremendous job. That little red belted gilt is one that probably needs to be looked at a few times too. Don't discount color. You want to stand out. You want to look different. You want to be different. Drive one that's colored up a little different, but still very, very good, and have the opportunity. I like the new show trend that we've got going on here in his back pocket. A little bigger brush. You can reach down, cover more of the swath of the hog with. We might be setting on a new trend here today. I like that.
Mason is in the ring. A pair of littermate Chesters. 1-4 is going to be the Chester male. 1-6 is going to be the Chester female. Male is 37, female is 38. Pedigree reads, Making Waves, big screen. Dam is a highlight in their Chester program. Last year, she raised a class winner at the Illinois Junior Gilt Show and had the Reserve Land of Lincoln Open Barra Show. The Reserve Chester and 5th overall gilt at the Illinois State Fair and the National Barra Show. They think this Barra fits jackpots, CPS, and State Fair. The gilt has show gilt and sow power laid in her. So you actually put on here, this pedigree makes sense. I bought a boar pig about a month ago for $16,000 with this exact pedigree. This pedigree does make sense, and predictability and feature, build and bulk. The big screen on the bottom side is going to bring forth a lot of power. The top side with Making Waves is going to keep them in check from a balance and build standpoint. I love the pedigree. I love the pigs. I liked them this morning when I ran through. Very good pair offered from Mason.
There's just a certain few things that go hand in hand, and when you see Mason on there, you know there's going to be a good Chester representation. I think he did bring you an excellent pair here to choose from. That Barra, I'd say the only limiting factor on that deal is how many shows can you get underneath him, because if that one's in my barn, he goes as soon as you get him cut and healed up. That one goes every dang weekend because he's got a chance to win lots and lots of points and titles and banners. The gilt's going to make a tremendous brood sow, but study a Chester gilt. You guys are going to have fun sorting through this set of Chester females here in your sale today. Congratulations. That's a really neat pair of hogs.
Vegas Showpigs is in the ring. Lot number 71 is the Poland male. These are litter mates. Lot 72 is the Poland gilt. Pedigree reads Hundy, Power Play, First Sight. Mother of the 31s raised the 2023 Iowa State Fair Open Show Reserve Champion, shown by Brecken, that they called Nutsy. Vegas Showpigs, 31-4 and 31-8, Poland male and Poland female.
Kelly's a big fan of these Polands, and for good reason, and does a tremendous job. They've made him a lot of money, but he's made good Polands that have kicked out. They've won and been very successful. Hundy, again, no secret to what he's doing in this Poland deal. There's a few of these in the sale here today to sort through, but certainly a Barra and a gilt, and Barra, in my mind, tremendously good here. Length of neck and look and muscle and power. That one balances up so nicely. I think Kelly brought you a nice pair here to look through today.
Friarmuth is in the ring. Lot number 7, Yorkshire male, is going to be an all-in-all trade up. Mother won her class at the Iowa State Fair in 2020. Last year, she would have raised the 5th overall Division II at the Exposition for the DeBlock family in the gilt show. Lot number 8 is going to be a 9-3 spot gilt. He is the one. Speak up. Out of the same sire that sired the champion Barra at the Illinois State Fair. This is Friarmuth Farms.
Another very competitive pair of pure hogs here. Yorkshire Barra has got some gas in his tank and some power, some play along with some look. A really neat spotted female there that built for speed. You like her length of neck and balance, feet and legs. So fundamental. That's another one that to me is just going to get better each and every day. Fundamentals, pieces, feet and legs, extremely good on a nice pair of pures.
Maine is in the ring now. Maine. Crossbred gilt is going to be lot number 36. Must see, never before, first rule. The Never Before sow would have raised their 2023 Knox County 4-H champion and a class winner at the Illinois State Fair. This one's maternal granddam raised the 2022 Knox County 4-H champion Barrow and Throwdown Reserve Barra for the Link family. Also, the 2023 Knox County champion 4-H Barrow and 3rd overall Barra at the Throwdown for the Main family. Didn't get to see this one last night, and it's one of the first ones we jumped up here this morning when I walked in. A very good crossbred gilt, and I thought one of them that looks like she's going to be ready to roll early. I think she's got big bones. She's square backed. She's got a neat look, and, man, it looks like there's predictability there in the pedigree.
Crazy feature in that particular gilt, and another one for that much bone and power and stoutness, foot size, and what have you. Still gets her old head up and looks the part. Strolls extremely good. Impressive pedigree and background behind that particular gilt. Probably even more impressive in person.
Consigners, bring pigs to the ring. Consigners, the chutes are empty. Jimmy Juice is in the ring. Nick Hamilton. Oh, just joking. Trogdon Showpigs. Jimmy's next. Trogdon Showpigs. Single entry. If I can find him. Crossbred male, lot number 70 from Trogdon. Wild Side, in-game sister. We'll let you talk about this one.
Easy to do. Bone, foot, feature. Look at the mug on that thing. And then when you hear that pedigree lined up, to me, again, that just talks predictability. That thing looks like get some bloom on that one. He'll be ready to rock and roll. But study the crazy features. This one's got tremendous look. If you like them shaggy, you like them dense, you like them with a good look, you like an upside window that's going to get better every day, and a fancy kind of color pattern, I'd say Trogdon brought you one here to study.
Hamilton Showpigs is in the ring. Hamilton, lot 12 and 13, crossbreds. Lot 12 is a crossbred male. Pedigree reads, on the money, JoJo Kingpin. The gilt is a litter mate. Mother was a purchase from Heimer Hampshires. This is Nick Hamilton in the ring.
Another really nice pair here. Note the Barra pig is a crypt, so certainly keep that in mind as you're looking here, but don't let that slow you down. There's a neat pair, tremendous look, tremendous future in these things, a feeding kind. Feet and legs, fundamental skeleton on that Barra is absolutely second to none. The gilt's a little greener, a little more immature, but hey, everybody just needs some TLC and some time to get back on track. There's a neat pair. Had a good drive and distance to come in here from clear down southeast, but that's an excellent pair of belted crossbred hogs there to look through.
Consigners, please continue bringing pigs up to the ring. Hamilton Showpigs is back in the ring. Lots number 11 is the Hereford Gilt. Good for you, Raw Emotion. Mother had the champion gilt at the Illinois State Fair in 2023. Mother is also a littermate to the champion barrow at CPS, the reserve champion barrow at the Exposition, and the champion gilt at the Illinois State Fair, as well as the reserve barrow at the Illinois State Fair. That is lot 11, Hereford Gilt. The Berkshire is a male, lot 14. Pedigree reads Southern Thunder 2 Pops.
Start with that Berkshire Barrow. He's got him on the whip there. And again, if you're ready to go tomorrow, probably don't load this one up to go then. But if you want to win a big banner later on, I'd say that 14 Berkshire Barrow better be pretty high on your list. That thing's got a tremendous look. Hereford Gilt there, if you listen to that pedigree, and he taught there's success in that particular pedigree already. Proven pedigree, genetics, and proven phenotype as you start to look at a Hereford Gilt. Popularity has really, really started to rise in that Hereford and even the Berkshire deal too. Those two breeds are getting more competitive all the time. This guy continues to hit home runs. So look in there, and an excellent pair of pures.
That is Hamilton Showpigs. Lot 11 and lot 14. Manier is in the ring with lot numbers 45 and 46. This is a pair of littermate Hampshires. Pedigree reads free agent Mad Max. Mother is from Drake's. Mother is from Drake's. In 2023, the Manier entry was the reserve Land of Lincoln barrow at the Illinois State Fair. Manier.
Productivity and predictability on the bottom side in that Drake sow, I'm sure, and then you start to put a little more muscle and power. Just keep that barrow going. If you're a serious contention of a Hampshire barrow that's going to play for a long time, I'd say this 45 Hampshire barrow better be extremely high on your list. That 46 gilt, those Hampshire gilts, again, they're hard to find, and when you do run across them that are any good, you probably better have a big pocketbook. I'd say he brought you a pair of hogs today that he's extremely proud of, represent his Hampshire program exceptionally well, and competitive kind of Hampshire hogs that'll roll out and go. Nice pair of Hampshire hogs there, Jordan.
Very good pair, Jordan. Next in. Oh, thank you. Triggs is in the ring. Triggs. Lot number 68 and 69. 68 is the Chester male. Boomtown. We're in. Ein. Dam is a littermate to Roscoe, who stood at Purple Power. Mother would have raised the reserve Chester Guild at the 2021 Summer Type Conference. Dan Sowline would be responsible for the reserve Chester Barrow at the Exposition in 2023, as well as the third overall Chester Guild at the Exposition in 23 for the Beeman family. The spotted male is going to be 29-6. Lot number 69. Down the line, Amplify. Grand Dam raised the reserve overall purebred barrow at the Iowa State Fair in 2019 for the Frasher family, as well as Card Shark that is standing at Schaefer's Gold Rush. This is Triggs in the ring.
Make sure you also note the address change that Jonathan had. These are now Land of Lincoln bred hogs that work for you at the Illinois State Fair in that category, as are many of these purebred hogs that we saw through here today. So keep that in mind as you're looking. And again, another name that's just synonymous with good Chesters and good spotted hogs and good livestock all around. And he brought you a pair of male hogs that probably need to be pretty high. That Chester thing has got a tremendously big mug and plenty of bone and feature, and up on his pasture, that spotted bear, I love the shape of his forehead, length and extension out in front of that one's blade. Immaturity again at this stage, the kind that'll just get better and better. Jonathan brought you an excellent pair of Land of Lincoln eligible purebred hogs there, studying.
Those hogs look like State Fair barrows to me, too. I mean, just in terms of size and maturity, I thought this Chester male was one of the really good highlights last night as we jumped him up and got him out. You'll be hard-pressed to make him any denser featured and heavier-legged than that one. Man, that spot bear looks like one that's going to take some gas and make him what you need to. Very good pair from Triggs. Lots 68 and 69. Barons is in the ring. Lot 1 and Lot 2. A pair of littermate Herefords. The gilt is going to be Lot 1. One-Eyed Jack, Liquid Courage. One-Eyed Jack is a littermate to Corn Pop that stood at Swenson's. Mother was the 9th overall Hereford gilt at OIE in 2021. Mother raised the champion Hereford Barra at the Wisconsin Jackpot Circuit last year that was sold here at the draft.
Had the chance to see this litter of hogs at Brian's here a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and was very impressed then. I thought, man, you've got a challenge to figure out which ones out of an extremely deep litter you're going to bring, and it looks like you brought the right pair. And that barrow hog is one that really caught my eye that day in terms of his extra look and extension. So fundamental, designed so good for a Hereford hog, but yet still has some power. He had a multitude of those good Hereford gilts to select through too, and a family and a firm that's gotten along extremely well in this Hereford thing, puts their heart into it and does an extremely good job. I think the Barons crew brought you a very nice set.
Route 9 is in the ring. Lot number 48 and 49. The male pig is going to be 48. Pedigree reads, tricked out 4. What's coming? Slug. Some keynotes on the barrow. Mother raised the barrow that they at Route 9 Showpigs sold at the Invasion sale this past summer that would have stood 6th in class. It's the San Angelo Stock Show. This litter is full sibs to Swish at Showtime Sires. The gilt, lot number 49, pedigree reads Park Place, Rockstar, in-game sister. The sow was a bred purchase from Horsley Genetics that they got from Trogdon's. This will be one of the very few gilts they offer out of this sow this year. This is Route 9 Showpigs, 48 and 49.
Again, had a chance to view these a couple weeks ago too. The guys called and said, hey, we got them out, come take a look. And impressed then, even more impressed how they've matured and came along and handled the situation. He's on the whip with that belted gilt there, and I know they've got a tremendous amount of confidence in the pedigree in that thing. That one's got some bulk and power and dimension to her. That bear is one that, again, he talked about the pedigree, predictability, and the job that mating and that sow has did. I think that thing represents the quality that they're trying to put together on a daily basis. I think that thing's got a tremendous amount of upside to him.
That is 48 and 49 from Route 9. Next in, lot number 47, also from Route 9. 1-3 Berkshire Male. Pedigree reads Afterthought, Explicit, Shot Glass. They teamed up with HB Showpigs on this sow and purchased her at the exposition. Her littermate brother was the Berkshire boar at the expo that Bryce Conover purchased. This is lot 47 from Route 9 Showpigs.
Dabbling a little bit in the purebred deal also, and I think they are on the right path in this Berkshire deal. That bear really, I thought, stood out along with that litter of hogs, but that thing was a standout in that litter, and I think, again, you talk about perfect size for a state fair run on that thing and a competitive state fair run. There's a Berkshire bear. It's got tremendous quality and upside. Probably better make sure you get in there and study that trio that Route 9 brought.
Doherty Family Farm crossing the finish line. The last lots, Doherty Family Farms, lots 5 and lot 6. Lot 5, 12-7, crossbred gilt. It ain't easy, nothing to hide. Some keynotes. This gilt is out of their best female on the farm that they call Georgia. Hell of a show career, including winning a stacked class at Louisville in 2022. It Ain't Easy was one of the most impressive male pigs they had seen. They were fortunate to get Georgia stuck to him. It's pretty simple. If she doesn't sell, she'll be heading back to the show barn for the Doherty family. I think you'll get a bid, Sean. You will be fine. That is the crossbred gilt. Lot 6 is the crossbred male. 17-3, Fast Lane Judgment Day. Dam won a very competitive county fair in Wisconsin. In Judge Jenna Siegel's words, this pig is absolutely phenomenal in person. Fastlane is a creature, and this male is a carbon copy with a shot more rib. They won't be surprised if this one stays intact. Keynotes from myself. I thought this 6 was one of the more impressive hogs that we got up last night. The first pen I walked up to in one of those I thought was awfully special that the Doherty family brought out. This one should have lots of friends. I thought that gilt looked like the right kind of show hog, but man, that male pig needs to be studied real hard by everyone ringside.
Man, they brought you a pair. They traveled a ways, and I think it's going to be well worth the trip. There's an excellent pair. I don't know what I can say that's any different. Those things, when on the end of that whip, presence and where they get out and go and set their feet and legs and angles, maturity reads so good, well presented, but look like good feeding hogs. I would just tell you that your kids' projects, what do you want them to do if you want to get to the backdrop, if you want to hang some purple banners, this is a very nice pair to end on. We had a tremendous set to look through. Started with a great set, maintained that clear through, ended with an extremely good pair here. Have fun looking through that deal. We got through a little bit quicker here this year than we did last year to allow you plenty of time. I think Isaac's got some final comments.
We will have a sale order set and posted around noon. If you are helping with the sale and want to step to the back to go over the sale order, we would greatly appreciate that. A bar will open in about 30 minutes, I believe. Lunch is being served in the back. Sale is at 1:30. CCI will have online bidding available as well. If you have any questions, come bug Max.